Three things I hear from business owners and insurance agency owners on a regular basis on challenges of growing their business. Number one, it always has to do with staffing. I can't find good people, right? Anybody I hire doesn't want to work. This younger demographic, this younger generation, they don't want to work. They're lazy, they're entitled, they're spoiled, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Number two, I can't afford to hire the amount of people that I need to hire, right? I'm strapped for cash. We're not growing as fast as we need to grow, and I need more people. Maybe I have one person, maybe I have two people, but I really need more. Can't afford to hire more. Number three, the cost of living in my area is so high, even hiring one person is like a shot to the head, right? It's a shot between the eyes for me and my business. How do I overcome these things? The answer in 2024, if you are facing these types of challenges, if you are facing these types of problems, is to bring on virtual assistants into your business. Many of you probably know in January, I merged my company. I had three companies prior. I had my insurance agency, I had my event company, and I had my online training and consulting company. We merged with my business partner now, Glenn Shelton's companies, Lead Heroes and Hire Heroes. Hire Heroes being a virtual assistant staffing company that specializes in fitting virtual assistants with specific needs and preferences of the agency owner and the entrepreneur with virtual assistants that can actually provide the specialty of skills and tasks that they need for that virtual assistant to work on, right? So they look for what the actual business owner actually needs. Maybe the business owner needs help with social media. We fit them with someone that has skills with social media. Maybe they need somebody that's able to answer the phone. We fit them with somebody that has a very light accent and the ability to learn and communicate very well and articulate things on a very efficient basis. Maybe you need somebody to do behind the scenes data entry with CRM, build spreadsheets, Excel. We find people with those types of skill sets. Okay, so that's what Hire Heroes is. And since then, I've worked with an abundance of virtual assistants. Okay, so Lead Heroes and Hire Heroes together have in the ballpark of about 250 employees, all of which are virtual employees, and I've worked with countless virtual assistants. What I can tell you is we've taken many virtual assistants and plugged them into our agency, and they've been an absolute breath of fresh air, and we're able to do it on a much more cost-effective manner, okay? So how can you build with virtual assistants? Well, in my opinion, there's three steps that you need to go down if you actually want to scale with virtual assistants. The first thing you need to be able to keep in mind is that hiring a virtual assistant is much more cost effective than hiring somebody in the United States. So it solves those cost problems. Not only that, most Filipinos and most virtual assistants that you're going to work with are much more motivated to work for you than somebody in the United States. That is just true. Now, that's not the case all of the time. There's some unbelievable people that are stateside that work for us, that are part of our organization. But for the most part, it's more likely you're going to get somebody in the United States that has an attitude problem, et cetera, et cetera. Filipinos typically have a much more tendency to go above and beyond because they need the jobs. They need the work, okay? So they are willing to run through a wall for you. And that's what you really need to grow a business, okay? So anyway, these three steps to actually scaling with virtual assistants. Number one, make sure that you understand and comprehend that the virtual assistant is a human being. No matter who you hire, whether it's somebody stateside, whether it's somebody overseas in the Philippines, you have to understand that your virtual assistant will not come ready out of the box. You do have to spend some time in training them, especially if this is your first person. So it is imperative, just like hiring any new person, that they be trained extremely well and explained very thoroughly what it is that you need done in your business. So many people don't understand this, and they fail to recognize that the performance of the virtual assistant is only as good as how well of an explanation that you give them and how well they understand what you need done. Okay, so that's number one. Take the time to train them, invest that time in, and they're going to be much more qualified and much more capable of actually doing the job. And if you train them a little bit and you put them on the job and you kind of see where they're at and they're still maybe a little bit wonky, pull them back, do some more training, right? Keep working with them. They will get better over time, just like any person would. It's the same range true even for people that you hire stateside. So that's number one. Number two, when you bring on more virtual assistants, right? Let's say you get one in there, you work with them, you train them, and over time they become exceptional at the task you need help with. When it comes time to bring in more virtual assistants, and once you have this proof of concept that this can work for your business, the best thing you can do is duplicate the training efforts. What do I mean by this? Well, when you duplicate the training efforts, you have your first virtual assistant that is doing well help train the next virtual assistants, and then it's not nearly as much of a burden on you. It's not nearly as much of a time investment on you. It's not nearly as hectic for you trying to fit it into your busy schedule of training as the business owner, right? And the more virtual assistants you grow with, and this goes for companies in general, not just virtual assistants, the more individuals you have in your organization it grows, the easier it is to delegate out and have tasks be able to be duplicated because you have somebody in your business that's doing it at a very high level now. You're bringing someone else in to do that same task they can learn from the person that's in your business already. So duplicate tasks and duplicate the training efforts by having your current staff and your current team members train the new people that are coming in. That's number 2. Number 3, once you have that all figured out, the next thing you can do is create systems and processes to even provide even better training materials, right? You can build guides, you can build handbooks, you can build processes that everybody needs to follow by the litany of the rule, and make sure that everybody has copies of this. You can also build online training curriculums that you can put your teams through. Where this is something that we're actually doing right now. It's something that Lead Heroes did for years, and it's how Lead Heroes was able to duplicate and scale into 250 employees, okay? It's something that we're doing in the agency right now, and it's helping us automate our training processes and be able to bring in people more efficiently. It's not as much work on me or my leadership in the company to be able to have to train people, okay? So these are your 3 steps. Train, be willing to train thoroughly, train well, explain thoroughly. Number 2, when more people need to come in, use your first successful person to help train and duplicate their efforts. Number 3, build out systems, processes, training curriculums, and automations to be able to help automate and even simplify the training process even more. When you have that, you're at a point where you can really scale, and you're at a place where you can really grow, and the sky is the limit at that point, okay? With virtual assistants, one thing that we provide you at Hire Heroes is we provide you with vetting. We make sure that we go through all of the individuals. There are multiple hundreds, if not 1,000 people in the Philippines that have a vast desire to work for Hire Heroes. We pay our virtual assistants and our employees as well, if not better, than a doctor would make in the Philippines, right? So we are paying them exceptionally well. It's a very desired role and a very desired company to work for people in the Philippines, okay? So we pay them exceptionally well. We take care of them well. They have great benefits. And because of that, we have no shortage of people that want to work for Hire Heroes, okay? So because of that, what does that mean? We're able to whittle it down and make sure that we vet and make sure we only get the best of the best quality people. We do that so you don't have to. It's very easy to hire the wrong person, screw up, and it can just be a total disaster for you on so many different fronts. Not only that, we have infrastructure involved that helps you keep track of your virtual assistants, such as screenshot monitors. Screenshot monitors are huge. It's something we've actually implemented into our entire company in the insurance agency alike, over our 5 different companies. Screenshot monitor actually takes screenshots multiple times a minute of the employee's screen and saves them in a database so you can always go back and make sure that they're working. You can actually see what they're working on. That's how you can kind of keep them accountable and make sure that they're actually working and getting their work done, okay? This is so important and so necessary with virtual assistants and virtual work, okay? So Hire Heroes does a lot of this for you. We can essentially take down a list of things that you need your virtual assistant to do, and we can find somebody specifically based on the needs that you have and somebody that has those skill sets, okay? So at Hire Heroes, we are, in my opinion, specifically for insurance agents, the best virtual assistant company that you can find. We have so many happy clients at this point. The company's growing like crazy, and the proof of concept is there. You can grow with virtual assistants if you're willing to adhere to this kind of strategy and structure. It is very important to be patient. Make sure you train, make sure you explain thoroughly. But once you have one person in there, that person can help you duplicate the efforts by bringing in more and helping them get trained, building out systems and processes. And before you know that, you have a well-oiled machine that cannot be stopped, and your company is going to the moon. So that's how you can scale and explode your business with virtual assistants in 2024 going into 2025. Thanks so much for watching this. If you found this video helpful, if you found it insightful, educational, please do me a favor. Drop a like on this video. It's going to help so many more people like you who are desperately struggling with the challenges we talked about in this video. Find this video easier. It helps with the YouTube algorithm if you hit the like button on the video. Comment your thoughts down below. What do you think about virtual assistants? Are you using one right now? Are you weary to use one? Are you concerned? Throw all of those opinions down into the comment section. We'd love to have a dialogue with you. Make sure to subscribe. We put out weekly videos to help you grow your business just like this one. And we'll see you guys next time. If you guys would like to learn more about Hire Heroes, we're going to throw a link to it down in the description of this video. And we'll see you next time, guys. Here's to your success and your abundance. Thanks, guys.